Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into AI in video creation today, specifically Google's Vids AI.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of attention.
It really has. So I think our listeners are already pretty tech savvy. They're
Yeah.
following the trends.
For sure.
So we're going to kind of skip the basic, what is AI and jump right into what makes this tool, really interesting.
Yeah, I think the thing that's really got everyone's attention is just how much it can do.
Right. It seems like they're trying to make it like this one-stop shop for video creation.
Exactly.
So maybe we can start by breaking down what are those core features that make it different? What makes Vids AI stand out?
Well, I think for me, the most impressive thing is the AI-driven editing capabilities.
Okay.
So we're not just talking about like basic trimming and filtering.
Right.
It can actually analyze your footage, kind of look at the whole thing, and then start to make decisions about how to sequence things, pacing.
So like an editor.
Yeah, it's almost like having an editor working alongside you.
That's a pretty big claim. I'm really curious about how it actually works. Like, is it actually intelligent or is it just following, a set of rules that somebody programmed?
It's definitely more than just rules. It's using a form of machine learning called deep learning. And what that means is basically it can analyze just huge amounts of data
Okay, yeah.
and learn patterns that humans would just never be able to see.
Oh, wow.
And that's how it can start to make those really subtle, like, editing choices
Right.
that can actually make a big difference in a video.
So you're saying if I'm like, someone working on multiple projects,
Yeah.
this could potentially be a huge time saver. Like I could focus more on the creative side and less on the, the technical editing side of things.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine you're like a teacher
Yeah.
who wants to make like really cool videos for their students, but
Yeah.
you've got all the lesson planning and the grading and everything else.
Of course, yeah.
Vids AI can just take care of all that editing stuff for you.
Huh.
Give you back all that time and energy.
So that is a game changer if it works the way it says it does.
Exactly.
But, beyond saving time, are there other like tangible benefits that it brings to the table?
Yeah, I think accessibility is a huge one.
Okay.
You don't need to have years of experience or expensive software to make like really professional looking videos.
Right.
It's designed to be super intuitive and user friendly.
So really anybody can use it.
Yeah, anyone who has, a story to tell or an idea, they can just jump in and bring that to life.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like small business owners
Yeah.
who maybe want to use video to promote their products,
Uh-huh.
but they don't have, the budget to hire a big production team.
Right.
This could be like a game changer for them.
Absolutely. And then there's the text to video conversion.
Okay, yeah, that one's really got me thinking, like, how does it actually turn text into video? Sounds almost like magic.
Right. It uses a combination of natural language processing and generative AI. Okay.
So basically, it takes the text that you input,
Yeah.
understands the meaning, understands the context,
Okay.
and then it uses that information to select, like, visuals,
Huh.
maybe some animations,
Oh, wow.
even music from its own library.
So it's pulling from like a pre-existing library of assets.
Exactly. And it uses all that to create a video that actually matches, the feel of your text.
So I could like theoretically take a blog post
Yeah.
or a script or even a presentation, feed it into this thing.
Yep.
And it would spit out a video that basically conveys the same information.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's wild.
it is.
Especially for like education.
Right. Huge potential there.
To think about teachers turning their notes into like full-blown video presentations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That could really change how we learn.
for sure.
And I know we were talking about this before, but the auto subtitling,
Yeah.
that might seem like a small thing, but
Yeah.
I think it has really big implications. It really does. It makes videos accessible to people who are deaf or hard of hearing,
Right.
and even for people who speak different languages.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's hitting all the marks. Ease of use, accessibility, and efficiency. But the question everyone wants to know is it any good?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
does it actually produce good videos?
Yeah. That's the million-dollar question. And from what I've seen, the quality is actually really impressive.
Okay.
But, we've talked a lot about the technical stuff.
Yeah.
What about the creative side?
Right. Does it actually help creativity or does it, kind of box you in?
That's a really good question. And I think the answer is it can do both.
Okay.
It really depends on how you approach it.
So if I just kind of let it do its thing,
Yeah,
it might not be as creative.
exactly. If you're not giving it any of your own creative input, you might end up with something that feels a little generic,
Yeah.
a little formulaic.
So you still need to be a creative person.
Absolutely. It's a tool. It's not a replacement for human creativity.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's like having, a really talented assistant.
Uh-huh.
They can help you execute your ideas,
Right.
but you're still the director.
So for someone listening who's like, okay, this sounds cool, but like, how would I actually use this?
Yeah.
Where do I even start?
I think the first thing is just to think about your goals.
Okay.
What kind of videos do you want to create?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to reach?
Okay.
Once you have a sense of that, then you can start to look at the different features,
Right.
the different tools that Vids AI offers, and then you can see, okay, how can these things help me achieve, the vision that I have?
So don't just like jump in, have a plan.
Exactly. Yeah. Like with any creative project, you need to have an idea
Right.
before you start using the tools.
And then Vids AI can help bring that vision to life.
Exactly.
I'm getting pretty excited about the potential here.
Yeah, me too. And honestly, I think we're just scratching the surface.
Really?
AI is evolving so quickly. I
Yeah.
think the possibilities for video are just going to get, even crazier in the future.
So it's like a whole new world opening up.
Exactly.
And Vids AI is kind of giving us the key to that world.
It is.
Wow, that's a great image. We've been talking about how it empowers individuals, but it also feels like it could change whole industries.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think about that?
I think that's what we should talk about next.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so, we've been talking about how this empowers individuals,
Right.
but I think it also brings up some bigger questions about AI's role in creativity in general.
Oh, for sure. That's a conversation happening across so many industries right now.
Absolutely.
It's like AI is changing everything.
Yeah.
And video creation is definitely right at the front of that wave.
Right at the forefront. And I think it's natural that people are,
Yeah.
they're asking questions. They maybe even have some anxieties about what this means for the future.
Totally. Like, is AI going to replace human creativity?
Right. It's easy to jump to that conclusion.
Yeah.
But I don't see it that way.
Oh?
I don't think it's in either a situation.
Interesting. So how do you see it?
I see AI as a tool,
Yeah.
a really powerful tool that can actually enhance human creativity.
Okay, so not replacing it, but making it better.
Yeah, augmenting it, amplifying it.
I like that. Augment and amplify. So it's not about handing everything over to the AI.
Right.
It's about finding ways to work together.
Exactly. Like leverage AI's strengths, but still keep that human element,
That essential human element of creativity.
Exactly.
That's what makes art art.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Vids AI can take care of those technical things, right?
Mm-hmm.
The editing, the subtitling, all those time-consuming tasks.
Yeah, the stuff that takes forever.
And that frees up human creators to focus on the stuff that AI can't do.
Okay, like what? What can't it do?
Things like storytelling,
Right.
emotional nuance, originality, those things that really make a video special.
So instead of being afraid of it,
Yeah.
we can kind of look at it as a collaborator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A partner.
Mhm.
Think of it like having a team of virtual assistants.
Oh, I like that.
Right. They're working behind the scenes, taking care of all the boring stuff,
Okay.
so you can focus on the big picture.
That is a cool way to look at it.
Right.
And it's not just for like professional video makers, right?
No, not at all. This is for anyone who wants to use video to tell their story.
It's really democratizing video creation, isn't it?
It is. It's making it accessible to people who maybe didn't have the skills before.
Or the money. Right?
Or the resources, exactly.
It's like giving everyone a megaphone.
Yes. To share their ideas, their perspectives with the world.
And not just for entertainment, right?
No, not at all. Think about education. Think
Uh-huh.
about social change, scientific communication.
Right. I mean, students could make documentaries, activists could raise awareness,
Exactly.
scientists could share their research in a really engaging way.
Exactly. It could change the way we communicate on a global scale.
It's a little daunting, though, to think about the scale of that change.
It is. It is. And it raises important questions, too,
Okay, like what?
Like, how do we adapt to these changes?
Uh-huh.
How do we make sure AI is used ethically?
That's a big one, yeah. We've talked about the positives, but are there potential downsides that we need to be thinking about?
Yeah, for sure. One of the big ones is bias.
Okay.
AI systems learn from huge data sets, right?
Right.
And if those data sets have bias in them,
Mhm.
that bias can show up in what the AI produces.
So, like, if Vids AI was mostly trained on videos featuring, I don't know, let's say men,
Right, exactly.
then the videos it makes might also mostly feature men.
Yeah, it could unintentionally perpetuate those biases.
Wow, that's a really important point.
It is. It's something developers need to be really careful about.
Yeah.
And users too.
So we have to remember AI isn't magic.
No.
It's still designed by humans. So it can have those human flaws.
Exactly. And another challenge is misuse. Like
Okay.
any powerful tool, you can use it for good or bad.
Right.
We need safeguards to prevent it from being used to create, harmful or misleading stuff.
So it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about the ethics, the potential risks.
Absolutely. We need to be having conversations about this.
Yeah.
Policymakers, ethicists, everyone needs to be involved.
It's a complex issue.
It is, but it's so important.
Yeah, the stakes are high.
Stakes are very high. It's like
Yeah.
that saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
It applies to AI, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
But it's not just about responsibility.
No.
It's also about opportunity.
Absolutely. AI can unlock so much creativity, so much innovation
Yeah.
if we approach it in the right way.
So it's not should we use AI or not.
Hmm.
It's how do we use it well.
Exactly. And that's a journey we're all on together.
I like that. It's a journey. So I think this conversation has really shown us that it's a complex topic. It's not just the tech itself. It's about the human stories,
Right.
the ethics,
Yeah,
the impact on society.
it is. And it's an ongoing conversation.
Right. Always evolving.
As AI evolves, we have to keep asking these questions.
This deep dive has definitely given me a lot to think about.
Hmm?
And hopefully our listeners too.
I hope so, yeah.
We've looked at Vids AI, what it can do,
Mm-hmm.
the good, the bad, and how it all fits into the bigger picture of AI and the future of video creation.
And now I think it's time to shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
We've talked big picture, but let's bring it back to the individual.
Right, to each person listening. So we've talked a lot about, what Vids AI is, the big picture stuff.
Yeah.
But now, how can people actually use it?
Right. This is where it gets real. We've explored the potential,
Yeah.
but how can you actually use it to, do your work better or maybe try something new?
Right. Take action. So whether you're, already making videos or you've always wanted to, and it just seemed too hard.
Yeah.
Vids AI could be the thing that helps you get started.
Exactly. Imagine, you're a small business owner.
Okay.
You know video is important, but it just seems overwhelming, right?
Yeah, all the equipment, the editing, the time.
All of that. But with Viz AI, it's like those barriers disappear.
You're saying it could be easier, faster.
Way easier. And you don't have to spend a ton of money.
So I could make product demos, testimonials, even just fun behind-the-scenes stuff.
Exactly. Just a few clicks and a little bit of creativity.
Or what if you're a teacher who wants to make their lessons, come alive a bit more?
Oh, yeah. Vids AI could help turn those boring textbooks into, mini movies.
Wow, with visuals and music and everything.
Exactly. Bring history to life, make science fun. You could even make, quizzes and games.
That's awesome. And for people who are passionate about a cause.
Right. Activists. Anyone who wants to make a difference.
They can make documentaries, share stories, even launch whole campaigns.
Yeah. The potential is huge. It really just depends on your imagination.
That's what's so cool about it. It's not just about making videos.
Mm.
It's about using video to communicate, to connect with people.
Yeah. And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge.
Ooh, I like a challenge. Hit me.
Think of one project, one idea that you've always wanted to make a video about.
Something that you've maybe been putting off?
Yeah, something that seems too hard or too technical.
Right.
Now imagine using Vids AI to actually do it.
Okay.
What features would you use? How would you get creative with it?
Don't let fear hold you back.
Experiment. Have fun. See what you can make.
Exactly. We're living in such an amazing time for technology.
We are.
And it's up to each of us to figure out how to use it to, create cool stuff and make the world a better place.
Well said.
This whole deep dive has been a journey, not just learning about Vids AI,
Right.
but about the whole future of AI and what it means for all of us.
And the most important question is, what will you create?
What will you create? That's the question. That's it for this episode of The Deep Dives. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration. Keep learning, keep creating, and we'll see you next time.